speeches. My Uncle David from the Good Spirits.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say sorry about this, but the wife wrote the speech. So if you're hungry, sorry. So I decided to write a little one as well. So can you hear me at the back? You all okay? Good. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. For those who don't know me, my name is Kevin, but some of you may know me as Jumper, which was my nickname in the Armed Forces for 25 years. The only time I got called Kevin was by my wife when I did something wrong. I'm Kimberly's father, and it falls on me to make the opening speech. Just think of me as the warm-up act for Christopher and Bradley. I would like to start by extending a warm welcome on behalf of myself and my wife Gaynor, as well as Peter and Louise, Christopher's parents, as well. A big thank you also goes to Kim and Chris, who had a very definite ideas on how they wanted today to be, other than what happened to the cars. I think it has been awesome other than that bit. Thank you also to all the clan, chums, family and friends who have joined us to celebrate Kim and Chris's wedding. What a fantastic setting for a celebration, and what a beautiful ceremony it was. I hope that you all had a wonderful afternoon, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I am pleased to see my family and friends here. Well, they're still in Cornwall. I know that many of us have travelled long distances to be here today. Thank you all for coming to help celebrate this very special occasion. I should probably make you aware from the very start that I lack any real practice experience as a speaker. Having spent over 20 years of my life living in a house with Gaynor and Kimberly, and having 2 female cats, there are now very few opportunities when I have been allowed to speak, and even fewer opportunities when everyone was actually been listening to me. I called myself a mushroom. Sat in the dark and fed you know what. So, it was a nice change to have some decent conversation with Chris about cars, motorbikes, computer stuff, or computer games, and man stuff. And gay bits as well. Gaynor, what'd you say, look at me? Has warned me, keep it short, she said, and remember the A, B, C's and X, Y, Z's of public speaking. A, B, C, always be confident. X, Y, Z, examine your zip. This is, of course, the second time I have had the honour of walking a daughter down the aisle, and it has been a magical because I felt like a king escorting his princess into the next part of her life. I still wanted to say freedom when you kiss the bride. She will always be my little princess, even though she is now fully committed to another man. I am blessed to have not 1, but 3 wonderful children, all of whom I am immensely proud of. I'm afraid the other 2 couldn't make it. They're down in Cornwall and couldn't travel with all the kids. A wedding is a time of joy and fun with family and friends gathered to see the happy couple off as they start their new life. But it is a time too when our thoughts inadvertently turn to those people who have watched you both grow and would have loved to be here to share your happiness. Sadly, it's not possible for everyone we love to be here for us today. So would you please all stand up, raise your glasses and join me in a toast to absent friends.
Absent friends.
Thank you. Sit down again. Just do it up. Gaynor and I are immensely proud of Kimberly and pleased to see her looking so radiant and happy today. Over the years, we've had the privilege of watching Kim from a gorgeous baby button into the beautiful woman we see before us today. Kim is a wonderful daughter. She has provided us with so much joy and happiness over the years. We have always been proud of her in everything she has done. Kimberly is a truly empathic, beautiful young woman who has warmly and generosity, rare skills in today's world of those smartphones. It is important to say we love you, Kimberly, Sparkles, Darling, Button, Rosebud, Angel, Dolly, Cross. What sort of names you want to be called you? As a child, she was always shy at school, but she has worked extremely hard and achieved 11 GCSEs and is soon to complete a degree in fine art. Now it's traditional at this point for me to share some stories about the bride. But don't worry, Kimberly, I won't embarrass you in my speech. Your mum and I will go around the table later with so many embarrassing stories as we can. That's all right. We all know Kim as being a bit fluffy clouds and glitter. One memory which stands out is her 7th Christmas when Gaynor and I spent most of December explaining the difference between Santa and Jesus. We really thought she had got the difference until one Christmas Eve she asked, "When Jesus comes back, will he come down the chimney?" We couldn't find a scriptural reference for this, so we said, "I don't think so."
I actually said, "Ask the pastor." Go ask the pastor next time you see him.
There have been only 3 times in my life when I have been absolutely speechless. One was the moment I first laid eyes on your mother. I didn't know that. It was my birthday, so actually 29 years ago. The second was when I first saw you on the day you were born, being 6 weeks premature. You were tiny, you fitted into the palm of my hand. And the third was today, looking absolutely stunning. During the last year, we have got to know Chris, and we have come to realise how special he is to Kim and what a great husband and son-in-law he will be. I would like to take this opportunity to formally welcome Christopher into the Cross family and thank you for choosing to become Chris Cross.
Chris Cross, I love it. Oh, brilliant, I love that
It
speech.
is customary on these occasions to offer the happy couple some worldly advice on marriage. So I'll try and offer a few words of wisdom based on our own experience of 26 years. You do less time for murder. We comes before I in wedding. There is no I in team, and you are now part of one. Yeah, one. Never go to sleep in an argument. Stay up fighting till dawn. Neither of you will be perfect, but you can be a perfect match for each other. The relationship between husband and wife is physiologically one. It's
Psychological.
She's added this bit.
Can't read my writing. Psychological.
And one is physical, the other one is logical.
Yeah, one is psycho.
Got it? Yeah, one is psycho, the other is A successful marriage is about finding a person you can live with, but the other person that you can't live without, and I know you found that with each other. Remember that marriage is like a deck of cards. In the beginning, all you need is 2 hearts and a diamond. A few years later, there will be what you could really make use of, a club and a spade. Seriously, with all the pressures of modern life, it is easy to forget what is really important. The wife is always right. It is not today and the wedding that counts, it is tomorrow, the future and the marriage. I would urge you to make time for each other and make time for your marriage. It is bigger than both of you, and at the end of the day, it is the only thing that matters. Well, ladies and jelly spoons, I think I'm getting close to the end. I can see Chris is like a cold spring ready for action. Bradley the British man, not fear, is not far behind. Now, we've had a little break from tradition here. Usually, I wanted to say we have got gifts for the bridesmaids and whatnot. It's usually the best man that says that, but because we didn't want them to know what we're doing for the gifts is, did you write the names down?
No.
Right, bridesmaid, your gifts is what you're wearing. your dresses and all the jewellery.
Wow, that's lovely.
That is your gift from Kimberly and Chris.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
I've read that bit. Last page.
Getting there.
So, it is my great pleasure to propose the first toast to the happy couple. Here's to the past for all that you've learned. Here's to the present for all that you share. Here's to the future for all that you look forward to. Please be upstanding and raise your glasses to bride and groom. I'll now pass you on to the best man, Bradley.
It's me first, isn't it?
It's a groom.
All right, I got it wrong.
I know I'm the best man, but hey.
This is the groom. I still want to know how his knickers got in her bed.
Bedroom, not bed.
We'll tell you the story. Yeah,
Right, I
wait.
don't have to top that, to be honest. There's a thing about me, I do like to keep my speeches short and sweet, just like Kimberly. So what I'll do is that's terrible, isn't it? Collective groans everywhere. So I want to say thank you all for coming. These people in this hall, you are a select few that I think are amazing. You're a big part of my lives, a big part of Kimberly's lives. You're all absolutely amazing, okay? You can tell I've not written a speech, can't you? But I want to say how amazing. Hello? Right. You can tell how amazing you are, Kim. You really are. When I was at the front of that church, I'm not sure if you noticed, I think a few people at the front did. My face was a picture, okay? And I shed a tear. I did shed a tear, and the saying goes, it was by someone, I think it was Mrs. Thompson from Pleasure Beach. She said, when words can't describe, emotions do take over. And that was one of the feelings where I just couldn't describe what I felt. But what I can say, I'm proud to be with such an amazing wife. And I think, thank you for actually choosing me, to be fair. It works both ways. But yeah, I want to say thank you for you as well, for being there for me. Sometimes it's been tough. But yeah, and thank you very much to Kevin and Gaynor for producing such an amazing specimen of womanliness. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Womanless.
Thank you very much, well done. And I'd like to also thank my mother and my father as well for doing, not the woman's part of it, but the masculine side of things.
You're
Also
welcome.
well done, Dad.
You're
Well
welcome.
Well done for the finance as well. I want to say as well, thank you very much. I know, maybe, wait, okay. What I want to say as well is thank you very much for the people that travelled so far as well. The clan from Scotland. Thank you very much for that. Big cheers for the clan in Scotland. And the Poutleys over there. From Stratford upon Avon. And Darren and Gordon. You travelled quite far as well. Where have you travelled from? So guys, well done. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you so much. You're a big part of our lives as always. Here's the future.
Yay!
I also want to. Sorry, typical Blackpool man, always wanting to drink. I want to thank my mother and Gaynor. There is a small token of our appreciation to you both for being mother of the brides and the mother of the groom as well. So thank you very much. We've got some small tokens that are about to come on stage right now. So. So it's the mothers.
To mothers.
So it's that, I'm going to read this now, say the text bit. It's with great pleasure, that I pass you over to my best man, who's written something small about myself and Kimberly. Don't know what he's written, as you can understand, but it's going to be quite entertaining, so what I've heard. So no pressure, Bradley. The stage is all yours, bud.
Yeah. Okay.
nervous here. When Christopher asked me to be his best man, I was excited and it was truly an honour. Christopher and I not always see eye to eye, and still don't, as I'm taller than him. We go back a long way. He's not just a brother to me. This is also a friend and comfort and inspiring partner. Unfortunately, I've been stuck with him for 15 years. After this speech, I probably won't be alive much longer. Oh well, here goes nothing.
Go on, mate.
Kimberly deserves not just a ring, but deserves a medal, maybe even a knighthood for taking Christopher off our hands. I have lots of tales to tell about Christopher. I don't know where to start, really. I can remember when we had sleepover in his bedroom. So does Charlotte. But But that we'll have to say another time. Shame, really. One of the funniest moments I can remember was when my dad and my mum took Christopher, Charlotte and I to a pet shop in Leighton. We had really fantasised by the way the animals were in cages, looking at them through a glass window. There were spiders as big as our hands, and being young only, we were fascinated. There were some truly exotic animals. One animal in particular had a lot of attention as they were rare as a rocking horse poo or hen's teeth. Lots of people were gathering around looking at the unusual animal. Christopher, studying this animal for quite some time, turned to his dad and said, "Dad, what? Yes, son. Why does this tortoise have a foreskin on its head?"
Oh
In the
dear.
loudest possible voice a parent would ever dread. Crying at everyone in fits of laughter, Dad quickly charges out the shop with breakneck speed. And on that note, can I please all join me in a toast for the happy couple? And I'd like to say thank you for the bridesmaids and the groomsmen and the bride for being here and looking at taking Christopher's hands.
Wow.
And I'd like to say a toast for the happy couple and hope they both have a very long and happy marriage to Christopher James Mowbray and Kimberly Alison Mowbray.
Wow. Dear. Yeah.